Well, good morning. Vern Warnke here, your Sheriff Coroner for Merced County. I've got Adam Amaral, and I'm going to screw his title up here, but he's an Emergency Operations Director or something along those lines for the county. Adam, what is your title?
I'm currently the Emergency Manager for Merced County Office of Emergency Services.
There you go. I'm not much on titles, you guys know that, but Adam and I worked real well together during last year's flooding problem, and we're here in Planada as our example of how bad it can get and in such a hurry. And we've had a lot of folks ask, well, if it's not raining, why are we still in emergency procedures? Why are we doing some of the things? Well, folks, here's what we're going to do is we're going to talk to you a little bit about being prepared. I want you to be prepared and not afraid, because it's not going to be like this huge wall of water coming. As you guys well remember, here in Planada, it rose, but it rose quickly. Don't be afraid, be prepared. Adam, why don't you share with the folks what you feel is going to be necessary for what we got coming up this year?
Yeah, so I'm going to kind of go back to September, and September was National Preparedness Month, and when I look at National Preparedness Month, it's really year-round, right? We need to be prepared year-round, and probably everybody's really kind of paying attention to the El Nino or Super El Nino that they're potentially talking about, and what that brings, we don't know. Mother Nature, we can't predict. But if we work together and prepare and plan, and we're going to be more resilient.
Now, we were talking about creeks earlier before we started our official talks here, and I know that there's been areas of concerns. Here in Planada, we got Miles Creek, and then in our South Atwater area, we got Bear Creek, and what's the other one we're talking about? We got Black Rascal. We had issues with them. I know that we're trying to get the county to be proactive on doing a lot of these repairs now, and like you said, folks, we're doing everything we can at this point, and we're going to reach out to our state and federal partners hoping to get some help, and it's going to be financial. Merced County doesn't have a lot of money, but our crystal ball doesn't work real well. So if you've got property along Miles Creek, and if you see something that we haven't addressed, you need to let us know. And what we'll do is at the end of this little chit chat, we'll give you some kind of contact information, or an email address, or something that you can send, because we need to know. I've always maintained, be prepared, not afraid. And talk about hardening up the homes. Give me an example of what you're thinking about hardening up a home to help, not prevent, but to mitigate or lessen the chances of damage.
Yeah, so what you're starting to see, and is if you're in the floodplain and you've had flooding in your homes before, is if you had those impacts where you had flooding and you're doing remodeling, and you're going through that process, is take a look at ways to maybe elevate things prior to that, right? That's like a mitigation method and a way to prepare. So, if you had bookshelves that were right on the ground or stuff that were right on the ground, as you're going through remodeling process, you can actually get that stuff kind of up a little bit higher. So if you have flooding in your home, it does minimize those impacts to some of your content of your home.
Well, that's good, because especially here in Planada, we had a lot of families lose virtually everything, and it was just a horrible situation for everybody involved. And we're going to try not to repeat that ever again. And like I said, I've been here 44 years, and I've never had to deal with anything like that ever. And I hope we never have to again. But we did learn some stuff. We learned a lot of great things on what to do, and we learned a lot of stuff on what not to do. And that's where, as the sheriff, we're in charge of all water rescues. It's amazing what the responsibility comes down to our office, and I'm so glad that we were able to work together last year in constant communication. Now, folks, Adam and I are going to be taking the helicopter up. We are going to be inspecting a lot of the waterways and getting some notes taken. But if you've got a waterway that's near your place and you think, it might want to be looked at, let us know. You know what? If anything else, you can contact the sheriff's office through the department email. It will be I'll say filtered, but it will go through the right channels and eventually get to me, and we'll get it to Adam. Adam, what's an email address they can get to with you?
Yeah, they can. My email. If anybody has any questions, or mostly if it's related to the infrastructure around your property, if any of the creeks that need to be addressed, it's my first name, Adam, A-D-A-M, period, last name Amaral, A-M-A-R-A-L, at countyofmerced.com.
So you can reach them through there. All else fails, folks, you can reach the sheriff's office. I know you know how to do that because we get a lot of calls. You can get a hold of me. and we'll definitely be in touch, because Adam and I, we're on speed dial with each other, and our first priority is obviously the security and safety of the folks here, not only in Planada but the whole county. We had this problem in South Atwater, same situation. We had a canal breach and flooded a lot of homes, and a lot of folks like Planada lost everything. So we're going to try and keep that from happening. Adam, is there anything else you want to kind of bring up here? Or?
No, I just want to, I appreciate the partnership from the Sheriff's Office during the event last year. You talk about communication, the coordination, and collaboration as we work together. The one thing I know we had significant impacts to our community. The one takeaway that I want everybody to really kind of, focus and remember is we had no loss of life.
Yeah.
Appreciate the partnership. Look forward to working, as we come into these winter months. I think the main message is be prepared, have a plan, and if you're told to evacuate, please listen to the Sheriff's Office on that, and we will make sure that we have a place for everyone to go that is evacuated.
Yeah. If we do make a suggestion to evacuate, it's because we don't want anybody hurt. We don't want anybody that we have to rescue, so please take that seriously. I'm a firm believer in your ability to want to stay and protect your family, your property, but water is one of those things. That's why the Lord created the flood back in the day, and he took care of business with the flood, and we don't want to have that happen here. So the floods are a serious problem. What I want you guys to understand and take away from this is we're here for you, and I'm not going anywhere. Adam's not going anywhere, and we do have a great working relationship, and safety and security is #1 priority for everybody, and he and I working together to keep that happening. So appreciate you, Adam. I really will. We'll stay in touch. We'll keep going on. So folks, if you got any comments or concerns, reach out. You know how to do that. It'll be given instructions, and see you on the next one. Speak of the next one, we don't know where we're going to go yet. I'm thinking maybe Los Banos or something, so we'll deal with that. I'm thinking maybe Los Banos. So, but we'll put that out on our next for next Tailgate Talks, and see you then.
Thank you.